Ah. Good morning, students. How are you all? Welcome to chemistry online classes. Okay. Good morning, Neeta Chopra. So we were discussing about in last class about oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Correct? Huh? Oxidizing agent, reducing agent. So today we will discuss about how it works, and also we discussed I given difference between what is oxidizing agent, what is oxidation, what is reduction, what is reducing agent, everything I explained. Satish, Neeta, Samprit, good morning. Good morning. Jayant, good morning. Anthony, what is that? Are you a student or not? Jayant. Okay. Now we will discuss about that oxidation and reduction only. We'll continue with that one only. Cr2O7 2 minus, Cr2O7 2 minus. In this case, my dear students, okay, this is dichromate. Last class I told actually. I'll give you one equation, how to balance equation and all. General equation, I'll teach how to balance equation. Okay. Now, my dear students, you see, this gives actually Cr3 plus. How to balance this one? Already mentioned that you have to find oxidation number of this particular chromium. Correct? You have to find out oxidation number of this chromium. 7 2s are that I explained how to find oxidation number of chromium and everything I explained in the last class. Please refer that one. So this become plus 6 oxidation number of chromium. This is plus 3 already given. My dear students, when we do that reaction part, here 2 chromium is there. So here only 1 chromium is there. So I put here 2 chromium in order to balance 2 chromium. Now, my dear students, this reaction takes place in acidic condition. Which condition? Acidic condition. Media is acid. In acidic condition, the reaction taking place. During that time, you have to balance oxygen. Oxygen, how to balance oxygen means, just you see, here 7 oxygen is there. Here 0 oxygen is there this side. So I'll put here 7 water. 7 water. 7 water contains how many oxygen, my dear students? 7 means, okay, 7 oxygen. Understood? So this part is clear. Now, my dear students, 7 2s are 14 H plus is there. So I'll put here 0 H plus is there. This side 0 H plus is there. 0. Here 7 oxygen. Now this side and this side oxygen is balanced. Correct? Now what I have to balance? Have to balance here oxygen. Here 7 oxygen is oxygen is balanced. I have to balance here hydrogen. 7 2s are 14 hydrogen is there. I'll put here 14 H plus. That means hydrogen. 14 H plus. This is the simplest way we are balancing. But along with that, you have to balance electron also. That we will learn, my dear students. We will learn the same when, my dear students, after balancing this one. For example, listen carefully. Balancing electron is different case. Balancing electron is different case. Here, plus 6 indicates that it need 6 electron. It need 6 electron. Plus, yeah, Satish TR Sati. Because here 7 oxygen is there, no? Whenever we balance in acidic media, we cannot add oxygen alone. That is the rule that you learn in redox reaction. That will teach you in upcoming classes. Need not worry about that. Right now I am giving an idea. So whenever you are balancing in acidic media, you have to put water. If it is shortage of water is there, means oxygen or hydrogen is there, you have to balance with the water. Oxygen. That's what I added. Need not worry about that one. Satish, Devraj. Okay. So need not worry about that one. Why I added water means that is the basic rule. Balancing equation in acidic media by adding water. Understood? That is the rule. Understood? That we will learn. Separate rule is there. Need not worry about that. Just now I am giving an idea how to balance equation. This is actually too crucial one, how to discuss this and all, balancing electrons and all. But also I am giving an idea. Peripheral way we will learn. You put oxygen only. That is there, my dear student. That is in a different case. That is actually, this is balancing by oxidation reduction method. Balancing is there. That is little high level. That is normal level. We put oxygen and we will balance. Correct? Okay, Satish, you are correct. Understood. But it is little high level. Little high level in the sense actually we are balancing by adding water and all, that you learn in redox reaction chapter is there in first PUC. In that chapter we will discuss. So I am just giving an idea, my dear students. So remaining normal balancing is there. Normal balancing you can balance by adding oxygen or whatever maybe. For example, normal balancing is okay. Magnesium react with, combine with, undergo combustion in the presence of oxygen gives what, my dear students? Magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide, that is important. Magnesium oxide likewise. Correct? This is the method. Magnesium oxide. Here 1 minute. Here one magnesium is there. Here only one magnesium is there. Here 2 oxygen is there. So I put here 2 oxygen. Here 2 magnesium now it is. This is 2 magnesium now it is. This is simple method of balancing equation. Understood? Simple method of balancing equation. This is not included with any electron or anything. General equation. It is general equation. Magnesium oxide. Samprit, correct. Magnesium oxide. This is the method of balancing. Imagine aluminum reacts with oxygen. Aluminum, Al. Understood? Reacts with the oxygen. What is the product? Can anyone tell? What is the product? Aluminum undergo combustion. What is the product? Can anyone? Samprit, Satish. Yeah. What is aluminum oxide formula? Do you have any idea? Aluminum is Al3 plus, oxygen is aluminum oxide. Aluminum oxide means oxide is 2 minus. That forms, my dear students, Al2O3. Remember, this charge are multiplied. Understood? Al2O3. This is aluminum oxide. Correct? In this case, aluminum, here 2 aluminum is present. How many aluminum is present here? 2 aluminum. So here 0 aluminum, as a 1 aluminum. So I put here 2 aluminum. Here 3 oxygen is there. So 3 oxygen is there. Listen, this balancing is not, listen carefully. Here 3 oxygen is there. If I put here 2 oxygen, this become 2 2s are not possible to balance. So I'll put, my dear students, here 3, here 3 2s are 6. So I should balance oxygen now. Now I put here 2 3s are 6. Now aluminum changed. Aluminum is 2 2s are 4. So I must change again aluminum. Aluminum become 4. Look at this one. Now this is a balanced equation. Understood? So this is the way we are balancing equation in normal method. Understood? Normal method, if you are doing any reactions or any balancing equation, is this is the method. But this is little high level, my dear students. Little high means we will learn in yes, Samprit, Fazil, all same. Okay. So this is a method of normal balancing equation. I am not saying about this normal one. This is actually little more version of that one, oxidizing, reducing and all there. No, little more version of this particular. Now, my dear students, in this reaction part, we have to balance electrons. That is also there. Balancing electron. How to balance electron means, Imagine, my dear students, we are concentrating only about chromium electron. Remaining all, we are not touching any other. So how to balance chromium electron means, just imagine 2 6 are 12 electron. 12 electron. My dear students, 12 electron chromium need. 2 chromium need 12 electron. 2 chromium need 12 electron. Understood? So here this side, my dear students, 2 3s are 6 electron. Here 2 chromium need how many electron? 6 electron. We are balancing electron this side and this side. This is a simple method of balancing. Imagine one of your friend, he needs, or he or she needs 12 apple. Another friend, no, you need actually 6 apple. Okay. How to balance you two means, no, it's not like that. You just forget about apple part. Okay. Okay, imagine I should give 100 rupees for one person. Another person I should give 50 rupees. So I owed money from them. Actually, I should pay 100 to one person, 50 to one person. Correct? 100 to one person, 50 to another person. So one person is asking with me, the 100 I have to give, no. That person is asking with me actually every time, sir, you give, sir, 100 you give, sir, 100 you give. Okay, another one more is there, no, 50 have to give, no. That person also asked with me, sir, you give me 50 rupees, sir, 50 rupees. Now, more to whom I should give, my dear students? One who are in need of 100, correct? So to them I will give only 50 rupees. One who are in need of 100, for them I will give 50 rupees. 50 rupees. Correct? One who are in need of 100, I will give 50 rupees. And one more guy was there, no? He needs 50 rupees only. For them I am not giving a single rupee. I am not giving single rupee. Clear? That is the thing actually, my dear students. One who need 100 rupee, for them I am giving actually 50. Okay. One who needs 50 rupees, I am not giving a single rupee for them. Now, after giving 50 rupees to one who need 100 rupees, their requirement becomes what, my dear students? 50. Their requirement becomes 50. This is a person A. This is person B. Okay. Now person B, he required actually 50 rupees at the beginning. I am not even given a single rupees for them actually. And their requirement now also it remain 50 only. Correct? Because I didn't even given a single rupee for them actually. Clear? To whom I gave? One who are in need of 100 rupees. Just I gave 50 rupees. So out of 100 minus 50 means their requirement now is 50. One other person is there, person B, their requirement is 50 rupees. For them I am not giving any single rupees for them. But now their requirement is how much, my dear students? 50 rupees. Okay. Now what we can see, my dear students, these two persons are balanced with the money. Balanced with the money means their requirement, person A requirement is same as to person B requirement. Do you got my point? For example, to one person I should give 80 rupees. Another person I should give 40 rupees. I own from them actually. I must give back them this money. Clear? What I will do? This is person A, person B. I will give to person A now 40 rupees. Frequently they are asking with me, sir, I have to give 80 rupees. No, give me, sir, give me, sir. So I will give 40 rupees for them. Understood? Now, their requirement, after giving 40, their requirement is 40. Correct? This is given. Now, for B person, they are also asking with me frequently, give me 40, give me 40. But I am not ready to give a single rupee for them. Their requirement now also 40 rupees only. Clear? These two are balanced. Balanced, because balance in the sense Their person A requirement and person B requirement both are equal. Understood, my dear students? This is the way we are balancing electron also. Now, this is just an example from outside I am giving to learn this part. Clear? Now, my dear students, how can I balance this chromium electron in this case? What I should do with this? Now, you tell me, my dear students. How can I balance this chromium electron this way only? What I should do with this? Tell me. Can anyone answer? Revati, Fazil, Neeta, Fazil, Fadil, Samprit. Fadil. How to balance chromium electron now? Answer. Neeta Chopra. Add what? Add electron, I know. Where I should add, how many electron I should add, what I should do? Tell me. Fadil, for 12 electron, what I should do? Yes, continue. You give me in a full answer, full lengthy answer. What I should do? How to balance? Multiply 2 for both the chromium atom. Why I should multiply with the chromium atom? If I multiply here 2 into 6, their requirement is 6. Already I mentioned. Here 2 into 3, their requirement is 6. Why should I multiply? Varshit. Sir, give 6 electron to another 6 electron. My dear, I am not giving another electron. Where I should give electron? That's a question. Where I should give electron? How many electron I must give? Yes, Fadil is correct. For requirement of 12 electron is mentioned. No, here the requirement of 12 electron is there. Correct? Here requirement of 12 electron is there. To this 12 electron, I am adding only 6 electron. That is a very important point. How many electron I am adding here? 6 electron. 6 electron here. This side I will add 6 electron. Yes. This side I will add 6 electron. Now their requirement is how much? Chromium requirement is 6. Here I didn't even give a single electron. Their requirement is 6 electron. But I gave only 6 electron to this side, left hand side. Right hand side 6 electron requirement is there. Left hand side it is 12 electron requirement. For 12 electron requirement I give 6 electron. Here I didn't even give a single electron. Now their requirement after giving 6 electron, this side requirement is 6. This side is not, already its requirement is 6. These two are electron balanced. Do you get my point? Satish, why it is 18? What is that 18? Do you get my point? Now both the side RHS and LHS is balanced with which one, my dear students? 6 electron, 6 electron. This is the way we are doing, my dear students, balancing electrons in a reaction. Do you get my point? Arshita Gowda. Do you get my point? Clear this one? Do you have any doubt in this particular? You can ask right now. I hope you understood this one. Balancing equation, balancing electron means we are not giving full electrons. We are just balancing. Balancing right hand side with the left hand side. That is the matter. Clear? How many requirement is there in the right hand side? That much requirement must be there in the left hand side. That is the way of balancing electron, my dear students. Okay. I hope you have no doubt in this case actually. This is not a simple reaction. This is little high level, but it is a balancing with electron. I added one more. Along with the balancing this part, we also balanced electron. Now this equation is perfect, my dear students. No. Now why I am writing this and all means, what I did in order to balance this one, I added electron to right hand side, sorry, left hand side. I added electron to left hand side. Sure, Satish. Wait. See, I'll give you one more example. This is sulfite. This is sulfate. Correct? Sulfite and sulfate. Now, first of all, mega. I'll give. Need not worry about that, because I already mentioned this is not a normal equations. This is little high level. You need not worry about this one, because once the redox reaction started, no, that time we will explain each and every terms in this one, because you people are right now, you are not knowing what is oxidation states and all. Correct? How to find oxidation states, you people are not aware of that one. So I can't means in the sense, actually, once you are knowing that particular oxidation state and all, we can teach this one to that level. Otherwise, generally I can say this is balancing equation, this is electron balancing. I'll give one more example. This is sulfite, this is sulfate. My dear students, first and most important, you have to find the sulfur oxidation state. Sulfur oxidation state. How to find sulfur oxidation state? In India, if you are not knowing what, my dear students, anything, then it is considered as X girlfriend, X boyfriend, like that, X. Okay, sulfur oxidation state is X. Understood? Then 3 oxygen is there. 3 into, already I mentioned, oxygen having always -2 is the oxidation state. Oxygen having -2. Some cases it is different cases are there, superoxide, peroxide and all, that we will discuss in upcoming regular class. Okay, not in this online class. It's a little difficult version and you have to understand that particular. So oxygen generally it is in normal state, it is -2 is the oxidation state. -2 is the oxidation state. And my dear students, X plus 3 means 3 oxygen, X means this one, okay, -2 is equal to, if there any charge already given, that you have to consider -2. Likewise. So you don't ask, sir, from where you got this one? This is already present. See, alkali metals having already alkali metals, its oxidation state is +1. Alkali earth metals, its oxidation state is always +2. Likewise, my dear students, halogen, fluoride is -1. Understood? These are the oxidation state and all there, actually, need not worry about this. Okay. Now, my dear students, by calculating this one, X 3 2s are 6, this become +4. Understood? +4. So here what is X, my dear students? X is here +4. Okay. Here 4 2s are 8, 8 minus 2 +6. See, here their requirement is, sulfur requirement is 4 electron. Here sulfur requirement is plus electron. In terms of, if you talk about electron, my dear students, in terms of electron, here this is actually reactant side, this is actually product side. When the reaction taking place from reactant to product, it loses its electron. Is that say? Here look at this one. +4 is the requirement once the reactant at the beginning. Now the product, you see, their requirement of sulfur, its requirement of electron is +6, indicates that sulfur in product side it needs 6 electron. Understood? From here to here, what we can see, my dear students, when the reaction is taking place, 2 electron is removed, 2 more electron is removed, correct? This removing electron, this is which process, my dear students? Oxidation. Addition of electron is reduction. Removal of electron is oxidation. Do you get my point? I am talking only about sulfur. Sulfur, here it is requirement is plus 4. Here sulfur requirement is plus 6. See, when the reactant to product it gives, during that time, how many electron changes takes place in the sulfur means 2 electron removed, correct? From reactant to product side. So, my dear students, when we are balancing this, you know, do you have any doubt in this part? Shall I continue with this one? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Chirant, that method is, I'll tell you, that method is right now it's not required. To explain this one, method is simple, I'll explain. For example, KMNO4 is there, KMNO4, once again I'll teach you, last class it's over, KMNO4. Remember, this is alkali metal, which metal? K is potassium, alkali metal, its oxidation state is always plus 1. That means alkali metal always ready to lose its electron. Understood? Alkali metal is always ready to lose 1 electron. So its oxidation state. What is oxidation state means? Any element, how it loses or gain electron, that is its oxidation state. For example, oxidation state of alkali metal is plus 1. That means cesium, lithium, sodium, potassium, it is always ready to lose the 1 electron. By giving 1 electron, it becomes stable. So it is always ready to lose 1 electron. So its oxidation state is plus 1. Then if we talk about this one, alkaline earth metals, its oxidation state is always plus 2. That means that element always ready to give its 2 electrons. At that time that become stable one. So some oxidation state are always fixed. Understood? And some changes takes place in some cases. That is particular cases are there that we'll study in a case study and everything is there. For example, oxygen is there. Oxygen in most of the cases its oxidation state is -2, it's fixed. It's general case. In superoxide, peroxide and all there, in that case its oxidation state changes. Plus half is there, -2 is there, that -1 is there, that and all this. In peroxide, oxygen oxidation state is, peroxide is this one. In this case, oxygen oxidation state is -1. This is -1. This is +1. This is hydrogen is always +1. Remember, likewise, these and all their rules and regulations how to write oxidation state. Need not worry about that, but because we didn't even discuss about how to write this and all oxygen. I will explain that one in later. But this I need for just balancing equation. I am explaining in general. You learn as an in general. Okay. Now we don't know oxidation state of manganese. Manganese, there is no fixed oxidation state. That will be taken as a X. But oxygen is a oxidation state -2. These are the oxidation states given. Now I have to find oxidation state of manganese. How to find oxidation state of manganese means, I'll here only one potassium is there. So I'll multiply 1 plus 1. Plus 1 means oxidation state already given. Here manganese is there. Here 1 manganese is there. Its oxidation state we don't know. That will be taken as X. And here 4 oxygen is there. 4 oxygen, its oxidation state is -2 is equal to 0. Imagine if already one oxidation state given in a question itself, likewise, this is given already with the oxygen. Already it is present. Then you should take it as is equal to -2. I will explain. Okay. Now this is not given, but we know that oxygen is -2. Okay. That you need not worry. Okay. Now multiply, my dear students. This is actually 4 2s are 8, 8 minus 1, it is x is equal to +7. X is equal to, by solving the equation, you are getting x is equal to +7. So now what is the oxidation state of this one? Oxidation state of this one is +7. This is the method of finding oxidation state. In sulfate, we will find sulfate oxidation state. Sulfur we don't know. You have to take it as X. Sulfur is X. X. Remaining, my dear students, 4 oxygen is there. 4 oxygen atom. And each oxygen atom shows -2 oxidation state. That we know. That we know because it's a rule. It is a rule. Clear? In general, oxygen must show -2 oxidation state. And in question itself, in oxygen -2 is there. That is not given, means it's already given. Already given. So that must be put like this. Now you may get confused, no? So I'll write both KMnO4 together. In KMnO4, there is no charge right now on oxygen. So we are considering this one is +1, this one is X, and this one is 4 into, it is not given, we will write here -2 is equal to 0. Do you get my point? In the case of this one, X is not given, here 4 2s are, this is not given, this is, we imagine, we know that oxygen is -2, that is written, this is we know. And the last one is, this is charge given already in this equation is equal to -2. If the charge is not given like this, you have to write here 0. Understood? So X is equal to 4 to the 8, 8 minus 2 plus 6. So it is a +6 oxidation state. Now what is oxidation state of sulfur in this case? +6. Now my dear students, now we will balance this equation. Okay. Can anyone tell me how to balance equation? First, what you have to balance? First, what you have to balance? First, what you have to balance? Sulfur is balanced. Yes, sulfur is balanced. One sulfur, here one sulfur. Correct. Metals. See, whenever you are balancing equation, the rule is, my dear students, first you have to balance metals, then you have to balance non-metals, then you have to balance halogens, then you have to balance oxygen or hydrogen, vice versa. You can balance both oxygen, hydrogen. This is balancing equation, my dear students. Remember, this is balancing equation. You may ask, which are metals are? Metals are nothing but alkali group. Alkali and alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. These are lithium, sodium, potassium, beryllium, magnesium, calcium. These all comes under metals. Understood? Here non-metals means sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, etc., etc., etc. Halogen means, you know that chloride, bromide, iodide, fluoride, etc., 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 acetine, etc. Then oxygen, then hydrogen. My dear students, in this case, is there any metal is given? No metal is given. Correct? Instead of what is given, non-metal, sulfur is given. Here 1, here 1. It is already balanced. No need to balance. Now oxygen is given. 3 oxygen, here 4 oxygen. Here 3 oxygen is there, here 4 oxygen is there. So if it is in acidic media, I have to add water and I have to balance equation. I have to add water and I have to balance equation. Which side shortage of oxygen is there? Whether in sulfite or in sulfate? Tell me, my dear. This is sulfite. This is sulfate. Which side shortage of oxygen is there? This side, sulfite or sulfate? Tell me. Which side shortage of oxygen is there? Sulfite. Okay, Fadil. Sulfite side, shortage of oxygen is there. How many oxygen shortage is there in that side? How many number? Yes, Chirant. How many number of oxygen shortage? Understood. Okay, okay. Here 4 is there, here 3 is there. 1 oxygen shortage. So in order to put 1 oxygen balance, I have to add here 1 water. How many water? 1 water I added. 1 water contain 1 oxygen. So here 1 plus 3, 4 oxygen balanced. Do you get my point? This side, my dear students, how 2 oxygen? Satish, it is 1 oxygen. Okay. I added 1 water. Here 1 water contain 1 oxygen. Sulfite already contain 3 oxygen. 3 plus 1, 4 oxygen, oxygen balanced. Now, while balancing here, hydrogen we added. Here 2 hydrogen is there this side, left hand side. Here shortage of 2 hydrogen. So I have to put here 2H plus. Likewise, 2H plus. Understood? 2H plus. Now, my dear students, here the requirement of electron is 4. Here the requirement of electron is 6. Which side I must give electron? Tell me. Which side I must give electron? How many electron I must give? For balancing sulfur electron, which side I must give electron? Whether sulfate side or sulfate side. This is general equation. This is not for balancing in redox method. I am just giving a general example. Okay, you need not worry. You need not think this is a proper example. Sir is giving no general example. Okay, which side I should give? LHS, left hand side. This is left hand. Left hand side. How many electron I must give? 2 electron in product side. Samprit, you are correct. Right hand side, correct? Right hand side, I must give 2 electron because now by giving, see here the requirement is 6 electron, requirement is 4. Who actually required more number, my dear students? This one, it's not sulfide, it is sulfate. Okay, Manjula. So this is sulfate, this is sulfite. The sulfate side, here requirement is 6, here 4, but I'll give here 2 electron this side. So now their requirement is, after giving 2 electron, their requirement is 4 electron. Now here already 4 electron requirement is there. So I am not giving any electron for this side. This side, left hand and right hand side, now it is balanced. Do you get my point? Have any doubts? So we are writing like this. The equation is balanced like this. See, this is balanced equation. Look at this one. 1 sulfur, 1 sulfur. 3 plus 1, 4 oxygen, 4 oxygen. 2H plus 2H plus. And here 6 electron requirement. Here 6, here 4. So I put here 2 electron. To whom we should give more? Requirement of electron becomes same after no requirement of electron, by giving electron only it becomes same. Understood? Remaining part becomes same. See here, sulfur becomes same, oxygen becomes same, hydrogen becomes same. Okay, let it be. But after that, electron is not same. You have to give where, which side oxygen shortage is there, electron shortage is there, that side you have to give electron likewise. I hope you understood. Okay, my dear students, you balance this equation in acidic media. Can anyone? Should I give time for that one? Or you balance that equation? First, what you have to do? You have to find the oxidation state of this one. Here, oxidation state is, this I'll give. Simple I'll give. Mn2 plus. Here already oxidation state is given. Here not given, you have to find out, my dear students. What is Mn oxidation state? Can anyone find out oxidation state of Mn? No, Sirant, let it be. No, I'm talking about Mn oxidation state. Mn oxidation state. Please find out Mn oxidation state. What method I told actually right now. If you are not knowing Mn means you consider it is X. It is not always fixed. Okay, don't get confused. Mn is not fixed. Mn you take it as X. And oxygen you know that how to do. Just now I explained. Can anyone give what is oxidation state of Mn in permanganate means MnO4 minus? First, Mn Fadil, it's a +7. How? You take this one as a X, and here oxygen, 4 oxygen is there. Each oxygen, its oxidation state is -2 general, but what is given as already given in this one is -1. It is equal to -1. This we know. This is given. Understood? So this become 4 2 is 8, 8 minus 1, X is equal to +7. Very good. +7 oxidation state. And Mn here no need to find because already they themselves they given actually it is a +2. Very good, very good. Fadil, Chirant, Arshita Gowda. Correct. Neeta. Correct. So this is +7. Okay. Now you balance in acidic media. In acidic media, you just balance this one. I want to see how many of you are going to balance this one. What I should do, where I should give, how many electrons I must put, which side. How to balance oxygen, I already mentioned. Where I should give water, which side, how many water. Yeah, whether Mn is balanced, Here one Mn is there, here also one Mn is there. Mn balanced. Mn is balanced. Now you have to balance oxygen. Okay, try. Tell me, my dear students, how many Mn, which side I must give. So Mn is balanced already. Oxygen I have to balance. How to balance oxygen in acidic media? In acidic media, you must give oxygen. Which side shortage is there? There you have to give water. So which side I must give? How many number of waters I must add? Seven. What is that? Anaga. First. 2 water is added in RHS. 2 water. My dear, look at the oxygen first. How many oxygen required? Here 4 oxygen is there. Here 0 oxygen is there. How much I must add? That is important. 2 water, correct, Satish. 2 water means 2 water. Like this. Now it is 2 oxygen only. It is wrong. See, here if I add 2 water, here only 2 oxygen is there. There actually 4 oxygen is there. So, tell me now. 4 water, correct. 4 water. Now by adding 4 water here it becomes 4 oxygen. Correct? Huh? This side 4 oxygen, balanced. Now here, how many number hydrogen is present? Tell me. 4 2s are 8H plus. 4 2s are 8H plus. It is given. Now balance electron, my dear students. You balance electron of manganese. Which side? How many number of electron for manganese I must give? Yes, 8H plus. Chirant is correct. Very good. Samprit. All are correct. Fadil, Samprit, Chirant, Mega. Very good, Fadil. Yeah, of course is correct. You continue with that one. My question is now, how to balance electron? Which side? How many number of electrons? Left hand or right side? Total number of electron must be given. 5 electron on left hand side. Here this is left hand, this is right hand. Here 7 is the requirement, here 2 is the requirement. After giving 5 electron here, 5 electron this side, 5 electron this side. Now you see, my dear students, 5 electron is given. Now their requirement is 2. Here the requirement is 2 electron. Here beginning it was 7. After giving 5, their requirement is 2 electron now. Correct? This side and this side is balanced. 100%. Definitely, Fadil. That is actually balancing equation. Now this is, we learned one extra addition also. Not only balancing atoms, also we learned balancing atom. Along with that, balancing electron also. This is a little upgraded version. Understood? Redox reaction is still a difficult version. Why I am teaching right now means just you should know this and all. Then it becomes so easy for you. Once you started with the class, no particular, immediately you will come to know that this is the reaction. Oh, sir told like this. How to balance, which side more number of electron is required. That side you have to add electrons. So this is the simplest way of balancing equation, my dear students. Yes. Do you have any doubt, my dear students, in this particular case? You can ask. Manjula, what you want to know? Tell me, which part you want to know? I'll explain. Manjula B. Mega, listen. This is MnO4 minus 1. Okay. This is this much only given. Mn plus 2. This is given thing. Remaining all we did. See, my dear students, here Mn first you have to find oxidation state. I hope you understood this one. Mega, you know how to find oxidation state. Manjula. Okay. That by taking x, this become 4 2 8, 8 minus 1 plus 7. Plus 7 is the oxidation state. Here already given, it is Mn is plus 2 is the oxidation state. Once again I'll explain. Okay. After writing oxidation state, then you have to start balancing equation. You have to see Mn is here, only one Mn atom is there. How many Mn atom is there? 1. This side also one Mn is there. It is balanced already. No need to touch that one. No need to touch that one. Here 4 oxygen is there in left hand side. But here 0 oxygen is there. So you have to put here, wherever you balance in acidic media, which side shortage of oxygen is there. Which side shortage of oxygen is there, that side you adjust with the water. Do you get my point? In acidic media, which side shortage of water is there, that side you have to put, which side shortage of oxygen is there, that side you have to add water. So here 4 already there, here shortage of 4 oxygen is there, so I must add here 4 water. That is the thing. After, see now the 4 oxygen here also it is balanced. But now one more thing came into picture. Which one, my dear students? Here this part is 4 2s are 8 H is there. So I must put here 0 H. This side is there, any H is there? No. I'll write here 8 H plus. H plus. That means H and H is okay, same, okay. The two are balanced. Now at the end of balancing, we are writing, my dear students, balancing what, my dear students? Electron. We are only balancing electron of manganese. Here their requirement is 7. Here Mn, its electron requirement is 2. Which side more electron requirement is there, that side you have to give electron. Then you have to see left hand and right hand side is same number of electron requirement. Requirement is same. We are balancing in the sense actually their left hand and right hand side requirement is same. Clear? So here 2, I can't give electron to this one. I can't give electron because here requirement is 7. If I give electron to this one, 2 electron, their requirement becomes 0. Is that balanced? No. One which is required more number of electron, to that side only I should give electron and I have to balance. Here how many electron requirement is there? 7 electron requirement is there. Here 2 electron requirement is there. So here 7 is there. So in order to balance electron, I will give 5 electron this side. Now after giving 5 electron, their 7 electron requirement will be removed. Their requirement now, my dear students, 2 electron. Before it was 7 electron. After giving 5 electron, their requirement becomes now 2 electron. Now here 2 electron and here 2 electron requirement. Left hand and right hand side electron requirement is balanced. Do you get my point? Have any doubts? You can ask. Mega Naveen, I hope you understood this. No doubt in this case. See, I'll tell you, my dear student, this is not basic. If it is basic means what I told for aluminum oxide, that is a basic balancing equation, understood? That is not based on electron. This is based on electron, how we can balance. Based on electron, little upgraded one, and we learned that one for the sake of, okay, in future it helps a lot. You will come to know that when we discuss redox reaction chapter, at that time it is very difficult to understand. Sometimes students will ask, sir, why I should give 6 electron to this side, 2 electron to this side. I already said, see, listen carefully, this is very, very important. Whenever we are balancing electron means, we have to give electron one which is required more in number. For which side more requirement is there, that side you have to give. Which side more requirement is there, that side you have to give. By giving likewise that side, and you have to balance electron. You are not nullifying the effect, because sometimes you may think that, okay, I am giving electron here and I am just making that one 0, 0. Clear? It is not like that. Okay. All clear? No doubts. Hope you understood this particular. If you have any doubt, you can ask definitely, no problem. Because it's an interesting one. Yes. Potassium dichromate, you know, my dear students, potassium dichromate in a chromium oxidase state, you find out, my dear students. Cr oxidase state you have to find out. Please find Cr oxidase state. Cr oxidase state. Any idea? Here potassium is 2 potassium it is alkali metal, its oxidation state is always +1, and here 2 chromium is there, but chromium oxidation state not knowing, that you have to find it, it is taken as X, and 7 oxygen is there, already mentioned oxygen always oxidation state is -2 is equal to 0, so 2x and minus 14 is equal to 0, 2x minus 14 plus 2 is 12, so it is 12 plus 12, okay, x is equal to 12 divided by 2 is plus 6 oxidation state. What is that? Plus 6 oxidation state. Understood? Very good, very good. So hope you understood today's class. Thank you very much. See you.
Okay, good morning students. So, we were discussing about the topic the motion under gravity. So, we will solve few more problems on it, motion under gravity. Okay, so already we have solved few problems. So, we will continue with the one more type. There are two ball here. This is ball 1, this is ball 2. Okay, from a tower of height h, the first ball is dropped. And the second ball is thrown up. Okay, the second ball is thrown up. The first ball is dropped. And second ball is thrown up. With velocity v. What happens? One ball is dropped here. Dropped means initial velocity is 0. A second ball is thrown up with velocity u. What happens? They may meet at a point A, right? They may meet at a point A. So, time taken is t. Okay, both objects are set into motion together. The first ball is dropped, at the same time second ball is thrown. Okay, after what time they will meet? We have to calculate time after which they will meet. One object is dropped, second object is thrown up. So, they will meet at a point known as A. So, what is the time after which they will meet? We have to calculate this. So, for first object, it is a case of free fall, right? This is a case of free fall. Why? Because it is dropped, initial velocity is 0. So, now let it travel a distance of h1. From the point of release to A, the distance travelled by first ball is h1 and the object is thrown up. It reaches point A. The distance travelled by the second ball is h2, right? So, for first object, since it is a free fall, what is the distance formula? Distance formula is s is equal to half gt square, right? So, distance travelled by first ball is h1 is equal to half gt square, right? So, what is the distance formula for second ball? What is the distance formula for second ball? The second ball is thrown up. So, distance formula can be written as ut minus half gt square. Since the ball is thrown up, distance formula is s is equal to ut minus half gt square, right? So, what is the distance travelled? Distance travelled is h2. Distance travelled is h2. Initial velocity is ut minus half gt square, right? So, let us add this. If you add h1 plus h2, it is equal to h, right? If you add this H1 and H2, the total value is nothing but H, right? So let us add these two equations. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Let us add equation 1 with equation 2. What you will get? It is H1 plus H2 is equal to, what is on the right side? Right side we have half gt square plus ut minus half gt square. So half gt square and half gt square, they get cancelled. So what is h1 plus h2? h1 plus h2 is equal to h is equal to ut. What is t? T is time to meet. So what is the time taken for meeting? It is h by u. Okay. What's the time taken? Time taken is equal to h by u. So just write this in your notebook. So remember the result from a tower of height h. When one ball is dropped and at the same time second ball is thrown upward, they may meet at a point. The point is known as A. What is the time to meet? Time to meet is given by h by u. What is u here? U is initial velocity of second object. Okay. You have to remember this. So suppose there is a tower. Suppose there is a tower of height 100 meter and you have thrown a object with the with the speed of 25 meter per second and first object is dropped. Okay. After what time they will meet? Okay, let us make this. Height of the tower is 100 meter and you are throwing your object with a 25 meter per second. After what time they will meet? So it is calculated by t is equal to h by u. Height is 100 meter. What is u? U is 25. So the answer will be 4 seconds. Okay. It's a simple question. So, one more problem. There are two objects. There are two objects here. They are hanging from a ceiling. They are hanging from a ceiling. First, I will cut this rope. When you cut this rope, the object will be under free fall, right? The object will be under free fall. Then the second object is cut. A thread of second object is cut after 2 seconds. There are two objects hanging. So, the first object is hanging from a ceiling. If you cut it, it will be under free fall. The second thread is cut after 2 seconds. So, you have to calculate. Distance between. You have to calculate distance between first object and second object. This is first object and this is second object after 4 seconds. This is the question. There are two objects hanging from the ceiling and it is tied with a thread. The first object is cut. When you cut this, what happens? If you cut this will be under free fall. Then you are cutting a thread of second object. So, first object will be ahead if you compare with the second object, right? First object is cut 2 seconds before and second object will start its motion after 2 seconds, right? So, first object will be ahead, second object will be behind. So, there will be some gap here. Okay, there is some gap between two objects. You have to calculate the gap after 4 seconds. Okay, how to solve this? This can be solved by using equations. So, what is the distance traveled by first object? The formula is half gt square, right? Distance traveled by first object is half gt square. What is the distance traveled by second object? Distance traveled by second object is also half gt square. Now, thing is that whether time is same, you have to calculate the distance after 4 seconds, right? You have to calculate the distance after 4 seconds, whether both time are same. See here, we have to calculate the distance between 1 and 2 object after 4 seconds from first object starts its motion. So, when first object starts its motion, total time is 4 seconds, okay? Then, for what time does second object travels? If you cut this thread, first object is under free fall and at the end of 4 seconds, this is at some point, okay? The first object will be at some point. whether the time taken by second object is same or is it different. Whether the time taken by second object, time of travel of second object, whether it is 4 seconds or is it different. Different. If first object takes 4 seconds, what is the time taken by second object? If first object takes 4 seconds, what is the time taken by second object? This is the question. So distance traveled by first object is S1, distance traveled by second object is S2. If you want to find the gap, this is nothing but S1 minus S2, right? Larger distance divided by smaller distance, you will get the gap. So now what is the time here? If you want to find the gap, it is simply distance traveled by first object minus distance traveled by second object. Now what is the time taken by second object? Whether it is 6, first object takes 4 seconds, what is the time taken by second object? So time taken by first object is 4 seconds, so S1 is equal to half G 4 square. Then what about S2? S2 is the distance traveled by second object, it is half G T2 square. The first object travels for 4 seconds, second object starts its motion after 2 seconds, right? Why? Because thread of second object is cut after 2 seconds. You have to look at the word after 2 seconds. It means if total time is 4 seconds, second object was in rest for 2 seconds. So what is the time of travel? Time of travel is 2 seconds. So if first object travels 4 seconds, second object is in motion for only 2 seconds. Why? Because it was under rest up to 2 seconds, because second object is cut after 2 seconds, right? Thread of second object is cut after 2 seconds. So why this 2 seconds is subtracted? Because the object was rest for 2 seconds, right? So time of travel is 4 minus 2 seconds is 2 seconds. So second object takes time 2 seconds. So S2 is equal to half, what is G? G is acceleration due to gravity. What is T value? T is 2 square. So if you subtract them, what will you get? So gap is calculated by S1, 4 square is 16, minus this is half G, 2 square is 4. If you solve this, what is the gap? Gap is 16 by 2 is 8G minus 4 by 2 is 2G. So what is the answer for gap? Gap is 6G. So the value of gap is 6 into G value. If it is 10, then it is 60 meter. Okay. Okay. So what if they have asked us the distance between 1 and 2 after 8 seconds? If they ask what is the gap of object between 1 and 2 after 8 seconds. So what is the time taken by first object? Time taken by first object is 8 seconds. And what is the time taken by second object? It is 6 seconds. Okay. In the same way, we can calculate this. And what will be the answer? So why it is 6 seconds? First object travels 8 seconds. For 2 seconds it is at rest. So I will subtract 2 seconds. So second object will travel for 2 seconds. Now you solve this. So what is the gap now? Gap is S1 minus S2. So this is G by 2. This is G by 2, 64 minus G by 2, 36. So what is the gap? If you want to calculate the gap, it is 64 by 2 is 32G minus 36 by 2 is 18G. What is the gap here? It is 14G. It is 14G, right? So the gap, if two objects is under free fall and first object takes time t and second object starts motion after n second with respect to first object, then how to calculate the gap? Gap is calculated by G by 2 within the bracket t square minus, if a first object takes time t and second object starts the motion after n second, then what will be the gap? It is G by 2 t square minus, what is the time taken by second object? It is t minus n. So this will be t minus n whole square. So this is the formula to find the gap between two objects. First object takes time t, second object will take n second. So this is t minus n. Suppose a object starts its motion and when this object reaches here, object is under free fall from this point. When this object reaches here, then second object is dropped from here. Okay. So when this object reaches here, this object will be behind the object, right? So there will be always some gap. So if first object takes some time t, what is the time taken by, the first object takes time t, what is the time taken by second object? Time taken by second object is time taken by first object minus time after which this is released. What is n here? It is the time after which second object is released. So then you have to calculate the gap by S1 minus S2. So if this is 1 and this is 2, so gap is nothing but S1 minus S2. S1 minus S2. Okay, we shall solve a water drop problem in the same way. This is water tap problem. So there is a water tap here, and water drips from the tap. Water drips from the tap at regular intervals. Okay, water drips, a drop of water at regular interval. Okay. So it means at every equal interval, there will be a liquid drop, right? At every interval, there will be a water drop. So what will be the interval of this? If this is t, this interval also t, and this interval also will be t, right? So let us solve this for a simple case. Suppose you have a water tap and the drop takes 5 seconds to reach the ground. Time taken by the drop to reach ground is 5 seconds, and for every 1 second there is dripping of water. For every 1 second there is dripping of water. So how to solve this problem, or what will be asked in the question? They will ask distance between first drop and second drop. The question will be like this. They will be asking what is the distance between first drop and second drop, or what is the distance between first drop, or what is the height of third drop when first drop reaches the ground. So this will be the type of a question. Okay, we will solve a simple problem. So there is a tap here, and dripping is for 1 second. So one drop takes 5 seconds to reach ground. So find height of water tap. Find height of water tap. Okay, or let us decrease the value here. It will take 2 seconds. Okay. One drop takes 2 seconds to reach ground. Find the height of water tap. So dripping is for 1 second, or we can take for 0.5 second also. So first we will solve for 1 second. If one drop takes 2 seconds to reach ground, find the height of water tap. So one drop takes 2 seconds to reach ground. What is the height of tap? It is calculated by half GT square, right? It is a free fall case. A dripping of water from water tap. It is a free fall. H is equal to half GT square. So H is equal to What is g by 2? It is 10 by 2. What is the time taken? Time taken is 2 square. So height is equal to 2 square. This will be 20 meter, right? Height of water trap will be 20 meter. Okay, practically the height will be very, very less. So this is a example. So height of water tap is 20 meter. Now in this second question, when first drop reaches ground, find height at which second drop will be present. Now see here, second question is that first drop has reached the ground. This is the first drop. This is the first drop. We have to find the location of second drop. They have asked us height. The height at which, or the height where second drop will be present. Find the height of second drop from ground. So when first drop reaches the ground, what is the time taken? 2 seconds. And where will be the second drop? Okay. To reach the ground, time taken by first drop is 2 seconds. Where will be the second drop? Second drop will be 1 second behind, right? Second drop will be 1 second behind. Is it correct? Time taken by first drop is 2 seconds and second drop will be 1 second behind. First drop will take 2 seconds. After what time the second drop will come? Second drop will come after 1 second because the dripping time is given here. After 2 seconds, second drop will come. What is the time taken by second drop? So second drop it takes time 1 second, right? Time taken by second drop is 1 second, right? So now, how to calculate the height of second drop? So answer is second drop is in motion for how many seconds? 1 second, right? Is it true? First drop has reached the ground, it will take 2 seconds. After 1 second, second drop will come. So what is the time taken by, what is the time of motion for second drop? It is 1 second, right? Because total time is 2 seconds. But second drop, it will take 1 second. So what is the time taken by second drop? It is 1 second. So what is the distance traveled? Distance traveled is half gt square. So if you solve this, half g, what is time value? Time value is 1. So it is g by 2. What is g by 2? G by 2 is 5 meter, right? So from the diagram, okay. So from the tap, first drop is at the ground. What is the time taken by the first drop? It is 2 seconds. After 1 second, second drop will come. So second drop, it takes time 1 second. Why? Because after 1 second, what is the gap here? What is the gap between first drop and second drop? Gap is 1 second. So total time is 2 seconds minus gap. It gives the time of second drop. So here I have calculated the distance traveled by second drop. What is the distance traveled by second drop? It is 5 meter. What is the distance traveled by first drop? Distance traveled by first drop is 20 meter, right? What is the distance traveled by first drop? It is 20 meter. But they have asked us find the height of second drop. So what is the distance here? It is 20 minus 5. The answer is 15 meter. Right? So what is the gap, or what is the height of second drop from tower? It is 15 meters. Because total distance is 20 meter, right? What is the total distance? It is 20 meter. Second body has traveled 5 meter. So total distance is 20 minus 5. So what is the height of second drop? Height of second drop is 15 meter. This is the answer. Right. Okay. The same way we can calculate one more problem, but I will try to take the problem for practical. So height of the tower is 5 meter. Sorry, height of the tap is 5 meter, and for every 0.25 second, there is dripping of water. The water drips for every 0.25 second. Okay. Water drips for every 0.25 second. So first you have to calculate time taken by water drop to reach ground. Find this. This is the first question here. Find the time taken to reach ground. Okay, now see here. What is the time taken by water drop? So, what is the height? Height is given. Height is 5 meter, half gt square. Try to solve this. Height is 5 meter. G is 10 by 2. We have t square. To solve this, this will be 5 into 10 is equal to 10 t square. So 10 and 10 get cancelled. So we have 1 is equal to t square. What is the time taken? Time taken is 1 second, right? What is the time taken by water drop? Time taken by water drop is time taken by water drop is 1 second. Okay. Now, this is the second question here. At what height second drop will be placed? Or find height of second drop. Find the height of second drop. When first drop reaches ground. Find the height of second drop when first drop reaches the ground. Okay. So, find the height of second drop when first drop reaches the ground. So, first there is a drop at ground, right? This is the first drop. What is the time taken by the first drop to reach ground? Time taken by the first drop to reach ground, it is calculated here 1 second, right? Every drop takes 1 second to reach ground. So, what is the time taken by first drop? Time taken by first drop is 1 second. And second drop will be behind second drop will be behind the first drop, right? So this drop comes after 0.25 second. So what is the total time? Total time is 1 second. After 0.25 second, there is one more drop. Again, there is a third drop also. Right. So this is the first drop. This is second drop. There is third drop. And where will be the fourth drop? Fourth drop is not fallen at fourth drop is about to fall. Okay. First drop has reached the ground. First drop has reached the ground. What is the total time? Total time is 1 second. After 0.25 second, there is second drop. What is the time taken by second drop? It is 0.75 second, right? And again there is a 0.25 second gap. There is a 0.25 second gap here. Then I have a third drop. What is the time taken by this 0.5 second? Okay. There is a gap here. Gap between first drop and second drop is 0.25 second. Gap between second drop and third drop is again 0.25 second. What is the time taken by second drop? It is 0.75 second. What is the time taken by third drop? It is 0.5 second, because this takes 0.25 less than previous one. Again there is a fourth drop. There is fourth drop. Time taken by 0.25 second. So fourth drop will be in free fall. This is the fifth drop. Okay. This is the fifth drop. This is the fifth drop. Okay, I will explain this once again. So from tower, the first drop will reach the ground. What is the time taken? Time taken is 1 second. First drop will be on ground, right? Then next drop will be 0.25 second behind. So this is the second drop. This is second drop. And what is the time taken by this? If total time is 1 second and gap is 0.25 second, what is the time taken by this? This drop takes time 0.75 second. Why does it take 0.75 second? Because the gap is 0.25. Because this drop comes out after 0.25. So time of travel for second drop is 0.75. Again after 0.25 second, there is a third drop. Third drop is behind second drop. What is the time taken by this? Time taken by this is 0.5 second, right? This is the third drop. Whether the fourth drop will come? Yes, because after 0.5 second, there is a third drop. So before this, after this third drop, there is a fourth drop. What is the time taken? If third drop takes 0.5 second, this will take 0.5 minus 0.25. So this is 0.25 second. So 4 drop will be out. Okay. For 4th drop, it is 0.25 second. Whether 5th drop will come? 5th drop will not come because here the time is 0.25. You have to subtract the gap. 0.25 minus 0.25 is 0. So 5th drop is not yet under free fall. It is about to drop. Okay. 5th drop does not come out. Only the 1st drop, 2nd drop, 3rd drop, and 4th drop are out of the water tap. Okay. You should be able to write which drops are out of the tap. So now you have to calculate the height of 2nd drop. So what is the distance traveled by 2nd drop? It is half g t square. Distance traveled by 2nd drop. What is the time taken? It is 0.75 second. So if you want to find the height of 2nd drop, it is total distance minus distance traveled by 2nd drop. This is a formula which you can use. So h2 is equal to, what is h? Total height is 5 meter minus, what is the distance traveled by 2nd drop? It is g by 2 into 0.5 second, 0.75 second whole square. Okay. Right. If you solve this, what is the answer? Let us solve this. What is h2 value? This is 5 minus, what is g by 2? G by 2 is 5 into 0.75 whole square. Solve this and tell me what will be the answer. So this is h2 is 5 minus 2.81. So h2 is equal to 5 minus 2.81. So this is 2.19 meter, right? So what is the height of 2nd drop? Height of 2nd drop is 2.19. In the same way, we can calculate height of 3rd drop. How to calculate the height of the towers? How to calculate height of water drop? Height of water drop is calculated by total height divided by distance traveled by the drop. This is the formula. Suppose from a tap there are different drops. Different drops are at a different point. Different drops are at different point. How to calculate the height of a tower? Suppose this is a drop here. How to calculate the height of the drop? Height of the drop is calculated by h. What is h? H is height of water tap minus distance traveled by the drop. Hope this is clear. Only thing is that you have to locate the water drop. So try to drop the height of water drop. If water drop takes 2 seconds, If water drop takes 2 seconds to reach the ground and time of dripping is 0.5 seconds, where will be the water drops? Where will be the water drops when first drop is at ground? Where will be the drops? Where will be the water drops when first drop is ground? So, first drop is at the ground. So, what is the time taken by first drop? Time taken by the first drop is 2 seconds. Why? Because for every drop, time taken to reach ground is 2 seconds. So, where will be the second drop? Second drop will be 0.5 second behind. So, what is the time of travel? 2 minus 0.5, it is 1.5 second. So, this is the second drop. Where will be the third drop? Third drop will be 1.5 minus 0.5, which is 1 second behind. So, this will be here. Whether the fourth drop will come out, this is the first drop which is at ground. Second drop is 1.5 second behind. Third drop is 1 second behind. Next, there will be, this is second drop, this is third drop, this is fourth drop. Fourth drop will be 1 second minus 0.5. So, it will take 0.5 second. Whether the fifth drop will come out here, whether the fifth drop will come out. So, fifth drop will not come out because 0.5 minus 0.5. So, it is 0. If time is 0, fifth drop has not dripped at. Only have to subtract the gap here. If first drop takes 2 seconds, what is the time taken by second drop? It is 2 minus 0.5. This is 1.5. And what is the time taken by third drop? It is 1.5 minus 0.5. It is 1. Only you have to subtract. You have to subtract here. You have to subtract the 0.5 second here. So, you will get the time taken by other drops. If first drop takes 2 seconds, second drop will take 1.5 second. Why does it take 1.5 second? Because second drop takes 0.5 second less compared to 2 seconds. Then again, third drop will come after 0.5. Total time of travel is 1 second. Fifth drop takes 0.5 second. Okay. Hope this is clear. So, if a first drop is at the ground, it has taken 2 seconds. Second drop will be 0.5 second behind. So, total time travel is 2 minus 0.5, which is 1.5. So, what is the time taken by third drop? It is 1.5 second minus 0.5, which is 1 second. And what is the time taken by fourth drop? You have to subtract the gap by previous value, 1 second minus 0.5, it is 0.5 second. And whether the fifth drop has fallen? No. Why? Because the time is 0, it has not traveled yet. The fifth drop is still in the tap. This will be in the tap itself, it has not dripped yet. So, then if anyone asks what is the height of fourth drop, what is the height of fourth drop? You have to calculate the height of the tap minus distance traveled by fourth drop. How to calculate this? Distance traveled by fourth drop is half g time taken by fourth drop square. What is the time taken by fourth drop? It is 0.5 second. So, what is time taken by 4 second? It is 0.5 second. This is a formula to solve this. Okay. Okay, students, we shall continue tomorrow. It's a time to wind up. We shall meet in the next session. Thank you.